Emma had always been fascinated by antiques. She loved the way old objects seemed to carry the weight of forgotten stories. So when she stumbled upon an ornate, full-length mirror at an estate sale, she couldn't resist. The frame was made of dark, polished wood, carved with intricate patterns of roses and vines. The glass itself had a faint shimmer, as if it held secrets within its depths. "This mirror is special," the elderly seller had said, her voice tinged with both pride and warning. "It shows the truth, no matter how much you might wish it didn't." Emma laughed politely, assuming it was just a sales pitch. She bought the mirror and brought it home, placing it in the corner of her bedroom. That night, as she prepared for bed, she caught her reflection in the mirror. Something about it seemed off. She looked closer, but everything appeared normal. Shaking her head, she dismissed it as her imagination and went to sleep. The first few days were uneventful. Emma used the mirror as any other, checking her outfit or fixing her hair. But one evening, as she passed by it, she noticed her reflection wasn't moving. She froze, her heart pounding. Slowly, she stepped closer, and her reflection did the same, but a second too late. A chill ran down her spine. "It's just a trick of the light," she whispered to herself, trying to stay calm. But deep down, she knew something wasn't right. That night, Emma had vivid dreams. She was standing in front of the mirror, but her reflection wasn't her. It was a shadowy figure with hollow eyes and a sinister grin. It reached out to her, and just as its hand touched hers, she woke up gasping for air. The next morning, she decided to move the mirror out of her bedroom. She dragged it into the hallway, but as she turned to walk away, she heard a faint whisper, "Don't leave me." Emma spun around, her breath hitching. The hallway was empty. The whisper had been soft, almost pleading, but she couldn't deny that it had come from the mirror. Determined to prove she wasn't losing her mind, Emma decided to research the mirror's history. She returned to the estate sale and found the elderly seller. "That mirror belonged to my grandmother," the woman explained. "She always said it revealed the truth about people, their secrets, their lies, even the things they hid from themselves. But it comes with a price." "What kind of price?" Emma asked, her voice trembling. The woman's eyes darkened. "It doesn't just show the truth, it demands it. If you try to hide something, it will find out, and it will make you face it." Emma felt a knot of fear tighten in her chest. She thanked the woman and left, her mind racing. That night, she decided to confront the mirror. She placed it back in her bedroom and stood before it. "What do you want from me?" she demanded, her voice shaking. The glass shimmered, and her reflection changed. It wasn't her anymore. It was a version of her she didn't recognize. This Emma had dark circles under her eyes, a twisted expression, and bloodstains on her hands. Emma stumbled back, horrified. "That's not me!" she cried. The reflection tilted its head and spoke, its voice cold and detached. "Isn't it? You can't hide from yourself." Memories flooded Emma's mind, things she had buried deep. The time she had lied to her best friend, causing their friendship to fall apart. The time she had taken credit for a colleague's work. The guilt she carried over a car accident she had caused years ago but had never confessed to. Tears streamed down her face as the reflection stepped closer, pressing its hands against the glass. "You must make amends," it whispered. "Or I will." Emma spent the next few days trying to right her wrongs. She apologized to her former friend, confessed to her colleague, and even visited the family of the man injured in the accident to tell them the truth. Each act of penance felt like a weight lifting off her shoulders. When she returned home after her final confession, she stood before the mirror again. Her reflection was back to normal. The glass seemed clearer, almost glowing. But as she turned to walk away, she caught a glimpse of something in the corner of the mirror, a shadowy figure with hollow eyes and a twisted grin watching her. Emma never used the mirror again. She covered it with a heavy sheet and eventually sold it to an antique shop. But sometimes, late at night, she swore she could still hear faint whispers coming from the room where it once stood. And somewhere, in someone else's home, the mirror waits, ready to reveal the truths they fear the most.